All right, ladies, welcome back to another one of our amazing summit speakers for this Listing Queen Summit. And you are going to have everything you need to become your market's next listing queen. And so for this interview, I have the awesome Jeff Pfitzer, co-founder of Drunk on Social and Pfitzer Media. So hello, Jeff.
You know what? It is an absolute honor to be here, and more so because I know who your audience is. I know that inviting a dude in is sometimes it makes it extra special because it means I guess I must be doing something right to the ladies of the world. And being a dad, a girl dad of three girls, and of course I have my wife. I'm surrounded by women all the time, so I'm glad that it is it must have paid off a little bit for me, I guess.
I think so. I was telling Jeff, ladies, when I saw Drunk on Social, I was freaked out. I just thought, this is what ladies need to hear. And this is the way that we ladies need to appear online. Like Jeff is very calm. He's just himself, and boom. All right. So this interview is going to be so fun. I also want you to know that he is also VP of USA Mortgage. So he's been in the business. How long have you been in this real estate crazy business?
23 years.
23 years. There you go. Excellent. All right. So talk to me about what social media means to you, because as you and Tristan, I forget how to say his last name, Alamada came up with Drunk on Social, you said that you want to help people become social geniuses. So talk to us about that.
Well, yeah, the story goes simply like this. Actually, I'm going to digress for a second and talk to a little bit about my story. And what it was simply, it started with video for me. It started back in about 2016, 15, 16, before social, what it is today, before video is what it is today. And we had made a company switch, and I was quickly looking for a way to differentiate myself, because now I have to compete with the company I was leaving, who was #1 market share in my market. And I was going to start a new name in my market. And I stumbled upon video, and this was right about the time Facebook Live was becoming a thing. And I just had this premonition, like, I think there's something here. I'm not sure what, but as I was thinking about it, literally my goal here with this was, the guy that is going to be my competitor now, what won't he be able to do? And that was my thing. I was like, I don't see Ron ever doing video. That's his name. And because I went back with the company where we left. And that's where it came from. And so it was a competitive advantage is the way I looked at it. And still today, it's a massive competitive advantage. And it led to obviously doing social, which led to, it actually brought me funny story. It brought me closer to my older daughters. I have a now 22 and 19-year-old. This was, how many years ago? 7 years ago. So they were teens. Yeah. And, when TikTok came around, my middle daughter, who's now 19, was coming to me, also now a licensed real estate agent too, by the way. She came to me and said, Dad, I want you to do this dance with me. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing here? And I'm like, whatever, I have an online presence. I'll play the game. And I was like, okay, this is really stupid, but whatever. And then it just started to progress. She kept asking me to do these things because she just wanted to go viral. And she's like, I'll just get my, awkward dad to do something stupid. And but eventually it started to grow on me. And I was like, I see something here. And this is when TikTok was only 15-second videos. Yeah. And I was like, this could be the perfect opportunity for quick snips for listing videos, like just to tease it, right? And of course, now TikTok has progressed. But what happened was Tristan and I were having a conversation. This is early COVID time. And we're like, we had quick growth on TikTok. We were early adopters. We're like, why is there no platform that aggregates what's coming in the social media world? That's talking about the next platform, the next strategy, what's working. There's specialists for each platform, but no in totality, right? And so we thought, well, it doesn't exist. Why don't I create it? And so we had another group called Viral Video at the time, and we decided to just shift it. And Tristan actually, ironically, came up with the name. He's not a drinker. I am a social drinker. And so I'm glad he came up with it because, of course, that's where everyone's mind goes. It's not what it means. And that's where it was conceived. And it was simply, let's be the aggregator of all the news that's happening in social selfishly for ourselves, so we don't miss the next opportunity of TikTok. And then it's kind of just taken on legs of its own. We honestly had no idea what we were going to do with it. It was a Facebook group for selfish reasons. And here we are now, we're coaching, and we've got over a couple hundred people in the platform that we're coaching, some of them managing the brand, some of them doing editing for them, all kinds of cool stuff.
Love it. Love it. I love what you said. You said, what won't he be able to do? So
Yeah.
I love that. What do you see as, because you got in as an early adopter in TikTok, okay? And you obviously are natural, and you don't see it, like you come across as what you see is what you get, right? So it's just really that naturalness. What would you say to women realtors who don't think they're good looking enough, not sure if somebody's going to fact check them, like, these apprehensions? Because I know you coach
Yeah.
on social media. Talk to me about that.
First of all, I'm not natural. I've practiced a lot. So if I want to be a great free throw shooter, what am I going to do? I'm going to take more free throws than anybody else. I'm going to practice more. If I want to be a better swimmer, what am I going to do? I'm going to get in the pool more often. If you watched my first early on videos, they were terrible. Just 10,000 ums, and I looked nervous and nothing good about them. But I realized that there was opportunity. And so kind of as I've gone through this, honestly, I feel like I'm a therapist more than I am a coach anymore for this exact question that you just asked me, because we all have those insecurities. It doesn't matter who you are, the most confident people in the world. When you press play on that camera, we get nervous and oftentimes just freak out and say, no, I'm not going to do it. And so I think you have to look at that one word, which is opportunity, and realize that, you all know you're going to have to get uncomfortable, right? You've got to become comfortable being uncomfortable in order to succeed, or just embrace a level of mediocrity. That's reality. And so I think I'm speaking to those of you that just say, you know what, damn it, I got to do it. I want to do it. I want to do more. I want to create an advantage for my business. Then you're going to have to do the things. And that's probably the biggest key. You're going to have to do the things that you already know most of your competition will not embrace and will not do. So the ones who are willing to get uncomfortable are the ones that are going to have to do it. And back to so we are all going to be our own worst critic. When you were in high school and you had a pimple on your face, it was a shining light to you, but nobody else noticed it like you did. Like that is just human psychology, right? That's just a reality. Still to this day, as a 45-year-old man, I know, and when I have blemishes or when there's something off, I know that nobody else is noticing. And I've now really understood this more so than ever. And when it comes to fact checking, the funny thing is, and I've got a lot of big social media influencer friends. We've got a big event at the time of this recording. It's a week from today. And we've got some huge social media influencers. Some of their strategies are built around intentionally mispronouncing a word, intentionally saying something that's going to cause controversy. So for that to be a fear, I'm going to tell you right now, some of the best are doing it intentionally to drive engagement because they know how to play this game. And not that I necessarily recommend that, but it is a strategy.
Right. So lean into it. And I think that what you said was really good as far as to stand out. Like that's what I'm hearing, to stand out, to stand out, to stand out. So what do you think is, do you think that there is a better platform than another? Like, is Facebook going away? Is Instagram? Like, talk to me about where you see social media going, since that's your specialty.
Well, when someone asks me where you should go, so first of all, I've got a multitude of answers to that question. TikTok is the most advanced platform, but TikTok, for a lot of reasons, is not everyone's favorite. I mean, some love it, some despise it, some won't even give it a chance because it's owned by a company that's based out of China. There's some misconceptions there as well, but we don't have time to go into that. But I understand that. And there is a chance that our government might ban it. I kind of doubt it. I'm really paying attention to that story. And I don't think it's going to happen, but it could. And so for that reason, making TikTok your cornerstone is probably not the smartest reason, but having an understanding of how TikTok works and how to post, how to be a creator in that platform makes you a better creator on the other platforms. The next best platform to TikTok from a creation standpoint is Instagram. Instagram basically is just one big copycat of TikTok now. In fact, most of them are. And so when anyone asks me, like, what platform should I lean into? I suggest Instagram. It's much harder to grow than Facebook, but Instagram connects to Facebook. So you can kill two birds with one stone. So every time I'm posting now, I can automatically post to Facebook. The difference is, and for most professionals, everyone has a presence on Facebook. Everyone's comfortable with Facebook because it's the oldest. It's been around the longest. Not everyone has a comfortability with Instagram or YouTube or LinkedIn or Twitter or TikTok, right? So Instagram, however, because it has the tools that are similar to TikTok, they're going to force you to learn that stuff to become a better creator, which is going to make your content stand out better on the other platforms like Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter or YouTube or wherever. And frankly, you didn't ask me this question, but I'm going to answer as if you did, by saying it was 5-6 years ago when I was saying, video is the future. And honestly, still to this day, people haven't embraced video like I expected them to. And I think it's because of the uncomfortability, but that narrative has changed because it started with Facebook's the future. Then it's do video to stand out. Then it was do video to survive. Now it's not just do video. You better start learning how to do video better because TikTok has changed the expectation that audiences have. Even Super Bowl commercials starting to look like TikToks because we expect this short form, lots of jump cuts, all this different pattern interrupt. In our videos, we have captions and B-roll and all this stuff. And that's an expectation now. And anybody who's on social, anybody listening to this, who has done Facebook Lives, Instagram Lives, you can attest your lives performed really well 3, 4, 5 years ago. They're not performing anymore. Why? Because it's just a one-shot video that you cannot edit. It's just talking head. And I think that audiences are just dull and bored with it. They need interrupt all the time to stick with something.
Good.
It's crazy.
That is so good. Oh my gosh, that is so good. I agree. I think that, we talk about our client experience when we're as realtors, and what I coach my clients on is to lay your foundation of your content on how awesome your wow client experience is, up-leveled, 5-star Ritz-Carlton hotel experience. Yeah. Okay. So now with respect to social media, that's the vehicle. That's you're calling it creator, like your creation, you're a creator.
Yeah.
And so I like how I saw one of your videos where you said, we help you on your social media journey, social video vehicle. It's a vehicle to success. Mm-hmm. So what do you think is, what would get people's attention who are homeowners who like to say, ooh, now that chick, she gets me, mm-hmm. and I'm not ready because I don't have any plans to move, but I'm filing her away in my, and then as you keep coming, then they're going to be your follower, your audience. Yeah. And so that when they're ready, you're the one. I want to know what your thoughts are on what will grab people's attention in this super hectic, hyper busy, place.
Well, first of all, it's a fantastic question. And so the truth is our industry, the real estate industry, has it all wrong. We are actually we are the worst spammers on the planet, because somewhere along the lines, we decided to take a connection vehicle, a vehicle that was designed for us to be able to connect with friends and family and that sort of thing, and turn it into a business tool that it's still not designed for. It is designed for it if you want to pay to play. It's not designed for it on an organic level. Yet we, as a real estate world, decided somewhere along the way, we were going to follow somebody who took a picture with their clients at closing and posted on social media. We're the only industry that does that. Like doctors have a justifiable reason, then they save someone's life to take a picture and post it on social media, and they don't. Auto mechanics don't. No other industry does this except for ours. Why? Because we're the most self-serving industry on the planet, and we need to learn how to serve others. So going back to your question, you have to understand why your consumer, the Susie, the home seller, is getting on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. And it's not to see that you won an award, some frivolous award, by the way, or that you have a Monday market update. They don't care. I don't even care. And I'm in the business. They don't care about your latest listing. They just bought their house 6 months ago. Why do they care? Right. So I think the first things first is you got to understand why they're there. and they're there for mindless content. They're there for maybe some quirky education on how to a goofy way to bake a new cake, or a secret recipe, or how to grow bigger tomatoes, or whatever that may be, or a hack on this or that, right? And so I think you have to understand that. And so we recommend that you lean into your authenticity, lean into who you are as a human being, because, you know, your neighbors that are surrounding you are all potential customers, right? But they're never going to see you on social media. You're never going to hack their feed if all you're doing is posting your listings, because they're not going to see it, because they're not engaging it. There is a science behind social media, and it's called, how do you get them to stop the scroll? How do you get them to actually want to engage your post? And the only way you're going to do that is by sharing what they're interested in. Kids, pets, hobbies, cooking. Like, go down the list of all of the things that you're doing throughout your days and weeks and months, and start turning the camera on your life. And I have a great example of as I say this, and I teach this all the time in much greater depth, but I was talking about this one time, and somebody, it was in Atlanta, she raised her hand. It was a she, and she said, Jeff, like, your life is fascinating and interesting, and you travel a lot, and you guys are funny, and I love your wife, and I love your youngest daughter. I love all this stuff. I don't have that life. I'm a single mom. I am a full-time nurse, and I'm a part-time realtor. So my day starts out with, I get up, I get the kids ready for school, I get off to my nursing job, I get home, we're working, helping them get their homework done. Then I'm making dinner. Then I'm getting them off to bed. If I have time, maybe I take some time for myself. Maybe I watch a TV show. Maybe I read a book. Maybe I get into my real estate. What the hell am I going to post about? And I said, what you don't realize is that you as a human being are far more relatable than I am to most humans. You know how many single mothers out there are going to connect with you and resonate with you, and they're going to feel connected because you have something in common. I said, all you need to do is document your daily life. Document the struggles, document the wins, document what's happening, because it's so relatable to other single moms, to other people that have to work 2 jobs to make ends meet. That's normal. And I said, the reality is people are actually going to social nowadays less for entertainment as much as they are to feel like they're not screwed up.
Right. To feel like they're not the only ones. Oh, yes. I love that. Yes. Document your life, ladies. Document your life.
That's it.
You know, that's why reality shows are so, you know, and they've been big, and I'm a Housewives fan. Yeah. So it's just because I'm nosy. I want to know what it's like.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So that's it. Now, I know our time is running out. I just want to ask you, it sounds like there's a lot of intention. You said opportunity. Well, how I present that is you have to act with intention, right? And so when you, I saw one of your videos, your priority should be as a creator, okay? Then as an engager. Yep. And with our dialogue back and forth, I was very impressed with how quickly you engaged with me, and then consume, obviously. Yep. And what I hear all the time from you ladies is that I don't know that I have time. I don't know that I have time. I'm like, really? Well, what are you doing when you're on social media and you're watching and looking and thinking, oh, should I act like her? Oh, I call it the social media famous, because I have clients who have big followings, over 10,000, which as a realtor in a local town is great.
It is. Yep.
And they make less than 50,000. I have others who barely have a social media presence because they're really involved in their network, right, in their local market, and they're killing it, making 800,000 or more. So what I want to just ask from you is, what does it mean to be a creator? And can you give any tips for, the typical, I know there is such a thing, but the typical woman realtor to be a creator and prioritize that and engagement over consuming?
The biggest excuse we always hear is, I don't have the time. And I challenge my people. So the people that are on my team, I said, would you allow me to come and just to follow you around for 48 hours? Can I just see what you do for 48 hours? Or how about a week? And of course, oh, well, I don't know about that. I'm like, exactly. Because you're probably spending time. Most consumers, the average, there's data on this. The average social media user spends 2.5 hours a day on social media. 2.5 hours a day. I'll tell you what you're doing. I'll tell you what most people are doing. They're consuming. They are being lurkers. They are laughing at videos. They are watching. They're being nosy neighbors. They're watching what their competition is doing. They're doing all of these things. And so what you were referencing was, I have to be very intentional is what I learned, because I can open up TikTok or open up Instagram and lose 30 minutes like that, because the algorithms are so intuitive and they're so good, and they put entertaining content in front of you. But the lens that I look at it from is that, if that's doing that to me, imagine, I already know the data, but I know this is doing this to everybody else. Who do I want to be? Do I want to be the lurker, or do I want to be the one that they're watching? And so it's an easy answer, right? And so I've had to learn and just kind of teach myself, like, when I open up social, I need to be going there with the intent to create. I got to get my post done. I got to be consistent. I got to post every single day on my stories and my feed, my reels. And then the second is engagement. I live in my notifications, because it's no different than text. It's no different than email. If you want to be great at whatever it is you do, especially if you're in a sales field, communication is paramount. And social media is no different, because what you got to understand is as you're engaging with your clients, potential clients on social, you're hitting them with dopamine. Like, if Jan posts on social media, you become obsessed with your post. That's just the way we all are. We're always checking it. How many more views did I get? Did I get a comment? It makes them feel good. And so you need to be the one intentionally going there and making people feel good. It's so much more powerful than the cold call, than just the pop by, the check in, the door knock, whatever it is. Nope. We're becoming a society that's annoyed with that kind of stuff, but yet we welcome notifications on social media, and you just need to embrace that and lean into it. And so you be a creator first, and then you live in your notifications, and you make sure that not one comment goes untouched, not one message goes untouched. And then from there, if you have time, then you consume. And even then, honestly, Jan, I'm an intentional consumer. I'm consuming with the intent of getting ideas. I'm consuming with the intent to remix a video. I'm consuming with the intent, right, to learn from somebody who I look up to. Then if I have time, I'll go laugh at some videos. But I purposely, as much of an advocate and lover of TikTok, I don't spend much time there, because I already know it's going to suck me in. It's too good. And I want to be a creator there, not a consumer.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I know our time's almost up. I want to ask you one more thing, but I have to comment on the dopamine comment that you said.
Yeah.
One of the foundations of my coaching is neuroscience, and really understanding that there's a psychology.
Yeah.
And, so when you said people get a dopamine hit, oh my gosh, how do people deal with, because this world is so chaotic and busy. Like I said to a client this morning, I'm like, okay, imagine if somebody said, hey, how you doing? And you said, man, I'm just taking it easy. I have a pretty easy week and life is good. Nobody says that. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, I'm so busy, and it's almost like we're addicted to it. Part of it is because we don't want to sit still, because part of it is our neural pathway is that we've been busy and we think that we have to be human doings as opposed to human beings. But anyway, yes, the dopamine hit is so important. Okay. So you are offering something for our women realtors. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, actually, we put this together for our event that will have passed at the time of this airing, which is called SocialCon. If you hadn't seen that, be sure to go check that out. You can go follow us, look us up on social. drunkonsocial.com. Everything is there. We've got blogs, videos. You can learn about hiring us, all that kind of stuff. But we have a special where we do all kinds of different stuff for people. But we decided to put something together. Tristan and I are also partners in the Business Video School, and so we decided to team up and put together a bundle package for this event, which we're offering to your listeners, which is you get a combination of access to our Social Genius group coaching platform. It's 2 1-hour calls a month, and you get access to us on the back end where we have a group messaging chat. So basically constant access to us on what's going on in social. It's a very popular group. You get a Business Video School membership where you get all of the learnings on how to push the buttons, how to edit a video, how to set up the proper lighting, what equipment you need, all this good stuff. Business Video School is the only platform that I know of its kind. And in addition to that, you also get 10 video edits a month. And so what we're doing is we're going to also coach you. So as a part of that platform, you get 10 short form video edits a month. Go look at any of my videos on Instagram and you'll see exactly what I mean. It's the fully edited versions with the captions and all the different cuts and all that kind of stuff. And that's what you get. And we're going to help coach you through that. We're going to help you define the pillars of content and define what you should be talking about. And then we're going to become your accountability partner, saying, Where's your videos? Let's go. Let's help you through this. We actually have a dedicated call to that as well every month, where it's a strategy call. And so this package is pretty ridiculous. It's $650. Off the top of my head, I don't even know the face value of it, but you can, if you went and hired, somebody through one of the, Fiverr or something like that, you might be able to get this cheap, but you're not going to get the expertise. You're not going to get the coaching. You're going to have to guide them. And I can promise you, with what we're offering, this is you're going to get the best of the best. And so, if you really want to take it serious,
we're not going to have your passion.
Also,
and
that
you're on the ground, boots on the ground.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. And ladies, you definitely want to follow him, Drunk on Social, Jeff Pfitzer, and to get living the CEO agent lifestyle of having fun, making great money, serving great clients while you're living a great life. Thank you, Jeff.
Thanks for having me.
All right.